Get inflation below 5, and I'm going to try and keep it below 5 if I can. Relations with Oldenburg, meanwhile, have been increased. I'm at war. I can't integrate you. Oh, I can't move out. Have to take the fort first, and this is apparently a very defensive fort. Yeah, 81% defensiveness. 25 from the mountains, 25 from local fortifications. Oh, you lucky sods. Produces salt, Muscan traditions, and they are defensive. Bratsburg's been converted. Go start working on Gloucester then, I guess. No, not Gloucester, Grain Coast. Because Gloucester needs to be building buildings. It needs a depot. Which will increase my provincial control of the trade here, so I can start siphoning away ships, hopefully soon. What native policy do I prefer? Trade. I like native trading policy because it gives you that assimilation, which particularly in Africa is really valuable. The Ottomans are no longer a Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Am I no longer a valid rival, or are they no longer a valid rival? That might just be distance, actually. Huzzah! Considering I'm still the third greatest power, I think it's probably a distance thing. Yeah, probably. Alright, Bergenhus has been converted, so we shouldn't have any problems there anymore. Stavanger still could be, but it rose up recently, so I don't think it will. We can state Newfoundland. We are not stating Newfoundland. We are, however, going to convert Lincolnshire and Romsdal. Generals bothered. Our generals are concerned that our focus on the navy is hurting the army. The fleet it is, damn them. Or we get cheaper infantry and cavalry. If it was cheaper artillery, I'd be interested, but no! Fleet all the way, damn you. Oh, is this going to let me rival Scotland now? Oh, please let me rival Scotland. Hamburg, Lothian is North Sea. Ayrshire is North Sea. Yeah, this is all of the English Channel nodes already done. I think I need to try to save up 1,000 ducats and turn London into... Oh no, London already is. I need to turn these into world ports. All three of them. It's an end trade node, it's worth it. How many world ports do I already have? 1... Probably Lubeck 2. Three. I think I've only got 3. Does it say anywhere? Why not Hamburg? Because it's not English Channel. Whoa, truces with England just ended. And they are probably going to come gunning for me at some point. Although my forts there have now completed, so everything is defended. Not very well, they're old forts. But at least gives me an opportunity to get there. Oh. Oh! This is a colony that Muska stole off of the off of Brittany. So Brittany was trying to cut me off. But Muska got here first. I see an opportunity. So we're going to recall. In fact, ships need to head off there. So you get on the ships. You go down here. You get recalled. Can I send you here? No, not until I take it. Well, regardless, I do want to get another colony going in Ivory Coast.
Raiding party!
No! Somebody else has stolen it. Scarlet de Crown. Brittany! Should have gone for the Ivory Coast. Midgeman, thank you very much for the raid. Welcome to the Raiders. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Why did I build level 2 forts when I have level 6s? Because they're cheaper. I just wanted to get forts there because it means that rebels won't just instantly take the province. I can have a chance to land troops and fight them, and it would still be a defensive battle, so I don't get the disembarkation penalty. I probably will upgrade them, but at the moment I'm trying to not spend as much money as I absolutely have to. Because I am still almost 5,000 ducats in debt still. Like, this does cause me concern. I think I probably want to upgrade all of these workshops. And probably also want to get temples in all of these. In fact, I think these temples would be the most valuable, so let's get those going. While construction is so cheap, like a budgie, cheap, cheap. Election. Nope, we're going to get another bureaucratic candidate. However, I'm going to double check this and make sure the aristos actually have some power. There we are. Now, is Julius any good? 32-year-old. Julius is probably going to be re-elected. And we have the Republican tradition to actually handle re-elections. Oyo is having a civil war. That's unfortunate for you, isn't it? Stavanger's going to be cored. And how's that core coming along? So, 30th of March, 1639. Those lag spikes are getting very annoying. Because I know it freezes OBS as well. And I really wish I knew why. I don't know what I'm searching for. Is it an EU4 lag spike? I need more information. Thrones of Britannia. Thrones of Britannia will give me more information. Meanwhile, we can build more churches. We'll build one more in Verdun. Then I think some more workshops. We'll go all the way down to the 0.10s. And we'll stop at that point. Check task manager. I didn't have it open, unfortunately. Yeah, see, memory 49%, CPU 15%. I don't think it's any of that. I'll leave them open so I can at least track if something happens. Trade depot in Lincolnshire is done. Good. Let's start another building. Get these workshops up because the workshops will also increase the trade value. Improvements in trade tack. Spare no expense. The trial. We are going to gain Republican tradition because, like I said, I do want to get this guy re-elected if we can. We are not using our colonist, so we'll just stick you back there for now, I think. Seeing as I lost the Ivory Coast, annoyingly. Bloody Brittany. In fact, going to war with Brittany would not necessarily be a bad thing either, because we could steal their colonies here, expanding my Columbia colony. We could steal the colony here. And then I'm hoping that the colony here is going to get me access to Indonesia. I don't know if we're going to have the range from just that, though. And seeing as I don't have exploration, I don't have the extra colonial range from that. Tunja has fallen. Let's go take the capital. And then we can start sieging out everything. And we can take the meta! Because meta is a thing in games that I really love. The entire concept of there being only one way to do things properly. It's a great thing. Adds so much. Almost as much as memes. Could be a HD bottleneck if you're recording to YouTube. It's never happened before. Although... is my disc full? I doubt it. My games disc does only have 100 gig, but that's still 100 gig. But no, my video disc still has 822 gigabytes free. I don't think it's a HD thing. The trade of the naval supplies in the Hanseatic League has sparked conflict in Brattberg. Merchants who want free rein to buy and sell these goods believe the guild is controlling its manufacture if grown too powerful. In their eyes, this is nothing but a cartel causing harm to the economy. The guild leaders, on the other hand, argue their organisation is making the production of naval supplies more efficient. Whatever side we come down on, those who oppose the policies are likely to suffer, or even sabotage their own activities to make a point. So Uppland, Småland and Bratsburg, none of those are trade centres. So I think I'm going to go with the guilds, although that is going to mean that the traders need to be boosted. Stack wipe. Let's begin the occupations. Is it really hot here? No, not really. And checking my motherboard temperature, it's hovering around 47, 48 degrees, which is low. And sometimes I can like feel the graphics card getting hot, but this is not one of those instances. The meta is more of a guiding way to the current optimal way of playing then, and this is an only way to play the game, but if you play League of Legends, then I'm sure you've encountered meta slaves. God, they suck. Yeah, and generally, meta slaves pop up in all kinds of games. It's like, you must play this way. I don't want to play that way, it's boring. Musko used to be the meta, now it's the Hansa. Now that's a meta I can get behind. And there it is, Hanseatic Canada. So what are we going to call our new colony in Canada? Because Hanseatic Canada is kind of boring. Any ideas, chat? Give me some ideas. New Lubeck. Hansunda. Hansanada. Hanseana. What's the oldest Hanseatic city? Lubeck. What did they call it in the mission tree? It had a name. New Lubeck. Not oldest, coldest. Bergen. New Bergen. Or maybe Novgorod. Both of them were also quite important. Alright, I think that this is definitely a poll system. So we are going to do a poll. Where's the polls? Manage poll. There it is. What to call Hansa Canada? Question mark. New Lubeck. New Novgorod. Spelling Novgorod wrong there. New Bergen. Hanseatic. Or Hansanada. Which is hard to say. Bergen is a pretty city. Yeah, Bergen's really nice. I really, really did like Bergen. Oslo I was less impressed by, but Bergen was awesome. And we're going to make this just a 1 minute, because it doesn't need to be that long a quiz. So, poll is up. The options are available. Be sure to vote. And this is, of course, in the best traditions of the Hansa. Completely open to the plutocracy that we have here. Sounded like hand sanitizer. So yeah, New Bergen would be based on Norway. New Novgorod would be the Russian one. Both of them are good choices. New Lubeck, I think, should probably be saved for Manhattan. As a Norwegian, I can safely say Oslo is the ugliest city in Norway. It's also freaking expensive. Like, ridiculously expensive. And that's coming from a Londoner. Twitch voting literally has corruption in it. I know, I love it. It's great. So, in last place, and actually a rare example of no votes, unfortunately, is Hanseatic. New Novgorod and New Lubeck actually came joint with 7%. Then in an incredibly close runoff between New Bergen with 42% and Hansanada is 44%. So Hansanada actually won this quiz. So Hansanada it is. Okay. We have our first colonial nation. Hansanada has been formed. Oh, I could tell Hansanada to attack Nova Scotia and Newfoundland. I don't need to do this myself. And you are going to be very heavily subsidized. 100 years. I'm going to give you 10 ducats. I'm going to throw money at you. And the other nice thing is I don't need to keep an army here anymore. So we can send them home. Can I fabricate a claim on Ashanti? No, because we're not neighbouring because of this. And we don't have Imperialism CB yet. When do we get that? Oh, they changed the expansion capstone. It's minimum autonomy and territories now. It's not a CB on everything to the east, which was a bit ridiculous. The true north, brave and profitable. Oh, Hansanada. Oh, was it frozen again? God damn it. I didn't even notice it that time. There's still nothing that seems to be peaking. This is I'm guessing this is a CPU issue, so I'm going to leave the CPU up. In fact, if I didn't notice it freezing, I'm usually the one noticing it freezing, so I'm not sure that that was us. That was me. Alright, next. 11 loans. What am I doing? We are able to build workshops still. None that would really be valuable. We could still get a couple of temples, and I think that those we are going to continue building. Stavanger has been converted. New mercenary company available. The Banderantes from São Vicente and the Colonial Rangers from Halifax. Cool. Oh, we got a follower. I'm going to need to reduce that size. Donkfail, thank you very much for the follow. Welcome to the channel. Workshop in Schleswig is completed. And we can build another church. Please do. Going to keep those coming. The other thing I was going to double check was to see if I was actually making the most out of my merchants, because some of them I know aren't making not contributing a huge amount. Like Krakow, for example, only 2 ducats. We actually have 27% control in Kazan. Damn. You're already going to the North Sea, so that's fine. That's going to the English Channel. And if I was pulling trade here, I would be increasing the value, because I would be one of the contributors to that. That's a lot of money going to Sevilla. Right, Ivory Coast is the other one. Most of the money is going to Sevilla at the moment, so I think that I'm going to remove the Krakow guy and have him in Gulf of St. Lawrence, because I think he'll be better at manipulating the money here. And Muska wants peace. I'm not surprised. Still waiting for your fort to fall, though, there, buddy. And there it is. Bogota has fallen, so we're going to take at least that. Honestly, the more I can take, the better. So we're going to take everything except for Pore. I'm taking the meta, because of course I am. Muska's going to absolutely detest us. We'll take 9 ducats because why not? Glorious. Okay, so next up, I am going to need to start coring. Actually surprised I can core all of these. Why can I core all of these? Going to get the most expensive ones done. So we've got 1, 2, 3. I can do one more, which is going to be Monikira. And we're going to start converting the rest. Which thankfully isn't going to take a huge amount of time. Growth of the business of draperies. Hanover gains 2 base production. Our efforts to maximize trading profits in the area of Braunschweig has borne fruit in the province of Hanover. Entrepreneurs have managed to greatly increase the output of the draperies and have found new markets in our capital for those processed goods. And we need a new rival. which is going to not be Scotland, because Scotland's not valid. Portugal? I mean, England would be an obvious one, because we can just keep on going after them and keep on punching them. It's got to be England. That also means that my embargo of them no longer costs me trade efficiency. Yeah, that's by far and away the best option. Alright, where are my transports right now? All the way down there. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave 2 transports behind, which will be the Colonial transports. And we're going to send the rest of you home. Now, that's the only place where we are sending a colonist right now. We did want to send a colonist here, didn't we? Because that is a colony. And in fact, that is a colony, which means we're going to have 2 cores here. Which means I cannot now core that 150 odd cost 157 one. Okay. Too poor to take poor. Came with the raid, coming back soon, but leaving now. Bye. See you, Dongfail. Too many powerful people in the Hanseatic League. Contacts or wealth determine status, but the nobles still value blood ties highly. So this is going to be about Republican tradition. I'm not giving that up. Screw you guys. Factions are still fine. Military access from Sweden. Probably going off to Denmark, right? Yeah. You want to take this. I'm not going to give it to you. You can have these northern sections. Ah, Stettin's finally taken Schönen. So Lund has now fallen to Schönen. It's the nice province. It's the Schöner province. Which also means I now have complete access and I can walk home. Boop. Lovely. Lovely jubbly. And we can build some more stuff. I would like to build another church. Then I think I'm going to build one more. Next month, speed 4. Alright, awesome.